news tonight on Deadwire Live. We are talking about Marvel's chair casting of the week, Warner Brothers is in flames, and Cap Crystal Lake news. And we're going to answer the question of the emergency from last week. How did Kevin escape the glory hole? And Skeeter attends a Hanson concert tonight. All this and more tonight on Deadwire Live. Last, unfair, and unbiased as
it started.
Safety first!
Looks like you got some kind of alternate universe in there or something.
Yeah. All right, you terminus screwheads, listen up.
That's never happened to me.
I've been waiting for you.
Dead or alive, you are coming with me.
Two of you need help.
Some folks have a strange idea of entertainment.
Damn it.
Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Deadwire Live. We got the full crew back this week. Skeeter apparently has properly escaped from the Hanson concert.
Wow.
We thought it would be very close. It almost became a movie poster for M. Night Shyamalan's Trapped movie.
Yeah.
It could have been a thing, and Kevin's back with us this week, too. We got Chad. And how you doing there, Kevin? How was the escape? You still in one piece?
Yeah.
Why did you need the industrial strength solvent?
Yeah.
And the Army National Guard.
And
You
the
know,
jaws
Taco
of
Bell.
life.
You got to get the lube around the shoulders, so you just like pop through.
Oh God.
It's all in the faith and the lube. You just
Yeah, that's what
gotta
she
get
said
through
too.
there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just got to get a good grip on it and rip it out. Gotcha.
So
I didn't rip
slippery.
it.
Did I
Skeeter?
miss anything last week?
No, not
Everything.
really.
No.
You watched the whole damn stream. You know exactly
Yeah.
what the hell happened on here. Or you listened to it anyway.
Yeah. No, I was passed out before you guys even started, I think.
Probably. And probably for the best. Skeeter,
Mhm.
you escaped. How you doing?
Wasn't a Hanson concert, everybody. It was Guns N' Roses tribute band. That was we split early too because it was getting worse and worse the more they sang.
Damn.
So, like on a scale of good being use your illusion and bad being the spaghetti incident, where did it fall?
Ooh.
Ooh, I'd have to say the Hanson album. It was, like I said, they were singing a majority of not the hits. The only hit songs that we were there that they were singing, it was supposed to be from 8 to 10. And they sang Night Train.
Okay.
That we left once they started November Rain because he was way off key. The band was phenomenal. Lead singer it must have been an off night because he kept running backstage. Don't Cry and Patience. Those were the only 4 songs that were the hit songs. Otherwise, they were singing Dust and Bones, which was like okay song, but that was their cover of their their name of the band. And then they were singing a bunch of other songs. You're like, no, those aren't the big hits. And we watched the crowd. It was almost fully packed in there. And after 20 or 15 minutes, I looked behind me and about a quarter of the people walked out already.
Ooh.
And then we had
Hanson has a better audience retention.
I
Yeah.
think so. It was bad. I mean, they were doing okay. The band members, they had the full costumes. They looked great. But no, it was I'd say if I had to score it, like a 3 out of 10. Definitely not going to see him again. No. We saw a Motley Crue tribute band years ago there, and they were amazing. And it sucked because it was really crappy out that night, and it was a big snowstorm. And it was like my wife and I and my friend and his wife and about 10 other people and we're right up front just cheering them on, and they're doing great. And they actually on break came and just sat with our table and was talking away to us, and then they went up, played again, came back after they're done, sat, talked to us for another 45 minutes, and they're like, well, we better get our shit and go. But we appreciated you guys. It just sucks the weather was bad. I'm like, yeah, that's unfortunate because they missed a good show. So
Well, at least you made your escape, and you are welcome back to join us tonight. So
yes. But a
that's
quick
good.
Hanson note. Hanson, back in the day, was at Mall of America in the Twin Cities, going through on a tour, and they stopped at Mall of America, and my roommate and I were up a floor above. And if you've never been to Mall of America in Twin Cities, you can see down from all the floors. There's a lot of walkways. I threw a bag of chips at them. That close to hitting us, just off by a little bit. We had to outrun the security because they saw us and they instantly looked up at us, radioed, and we booked. And luckily to get to the garage was only like about 200 yards. So we booked out in the garage and we ran down the stairway, ran over another set of stairways, ran up that one, go over one more, run down that, snuck over in the far part of the lot, ran up the other stairway. So we didn't get caught, but we could have. It was
Damn,
close.
Skeeter.
Bop and a bag of chips.
Yeah, exactly.
And it was almost assault.
Kevin.
Yeah. And the
Punch
chips
line.
were
Salt.
down, but you booked it through.
Yeah, salt and vinegar chips.
I freaking love you guys.
Yeah. That's like on Stargate Files. Jeff and I were asked, how troubled of a past you guys have? How much trouble did you guys get? And I'm like, you don't have enough time to listen to me and Jeff talk about our troubled youth.
And that's just between the two of us. If
Yeah.
we had Kevin on there, he'd be
Oh,
like,
man. Yeah.
you got a 3-hour tour here?
Yeah.
I've seen some shit.
I have too.
And you've stirred some shit.
That's true too.
I want to hear about some of that stuff. Anyway, Chad, thank you for joining us. You got any quirky news or stories you want to share before we get rolling?
Nope.
Save it for another time.
You guys have the monopoly this week.
Thanks.
Well, speaking of idiots who want another chance at being in the Marvel Cinematic Universe,
Here we go.
that's right, everybody. Finn Jones wants to do Iron Fist one more time. I'm aware of the critiques of the character and my role in it. My response to that is, give me a fucking chance, man. I'm here, I'm ready, and I want to prove people wrong. You had 3 chances to prove people wrong, and you still sucked. Sorry.
Yeah.
That was it his fault though.
Yeah.
Like
And the writing.
Yeah.
the writing was absolutely awful, and that's what I
Mhm.
attribute it to.
I did not find him to be a good Danny Aaron.
No, but they didn't write Danny properly, I don't think.
No, they didn't.
Like even if they would have had him behave as the kid does in Ultimate Spider-Man, I think it would have been a closer
Yes.
connection than this. I didn't like this Iron Fist at all. It was boring. It was just a slog. It didn't get better. It didn't feel like you were watching Iron Fist at all. It was just meh.
Yeah, it was very disappointing, and he wants to give it another shot. It's Marvel, it's Disney. They're probably going to give him another chance, and I'm not going to watch it. So it's going to be the end of that for me.
Milk that cash cow dry.
And he and Mike Coulter did not have any chemistry together.
No.
And they're supposed to, like, those two
Yep.
specifically were supposed to be like Bucky and Cap, or
Mhm.
Sebastian Stan and Anthony Mackie.
Yeah.
They're supposed to have that relationship on and off screen.
Mm-hmm.
But nope. And the crowd goes mild.
Yeah.
Yay.
That's my boys. All
Do,
right,
do the
Kevin.
Brett Favre clap.
Okay, so is it time for the bad news?
Yep,
Yes.
you can get it going.
All right. So the first bit of bad news, I did not get a picture of it because it just happened this afternoon. Bruce Glover passed away today at the age of 92. And that
Yeah.
is, of course, Crispin Glover's dad. And I did not realize that was Bruce Glover in James Bond. I thought that was Crispin Glover and that he's a fucking vampire and just never ages.
No.
I had no idea that was his dad.
It's the fresh blood they drink every day that keeps them young.
They are crazy people. I don't doubt that at all. At all.
We're
But
normal.
I loved his
What's
dad.
normal?
Like he was scary in James Bond.
Well, and here Helen Mirren is screaming about Bond in the last day or so. Hey, Bond has been misogynistic for years. I don't watch those movies. Okay,
Mhm.
All right. Yeah.
cool. Thanks for confirming what we already knew about James Bond.
Yeah.
Right. He's a womanizer, except for George Lazenby. He re-
Gotta wear a kilt for that one.
Yep.
he respects his women's.
Yep, he free balls it.
hmm
Right. Oh.
Well,
And
if
then
you wear underwear, it's a dress.
oh, is that the difference?
Yep, that's the kilt way. I know. I'm part Irish, part Scottish.
All
So,
right. Free balling, it's a kilt.
Yep.
Free balling it and whiskey. Gotcha. Or
Yeah.
scotch.
Underwear
Ooh,
is
both.
a dress. Wow.
And a
Yep.
sporin. Don't forget a sporin.
Neosporin? Is it the one?
No, it's no a sporin. It's the pouch.
Yeah, the pouch that
Oh.
you wear on
Yeah.
your kilt.
Oh.
I wasn't gonna
But you
say
can put
anything.
neosporin in the sporin if you
Yeah.
if you are so inclined.
Yeah. In case your balls are slapping your thighs too much and you get a little bit of a rash or dryness.
Yep, yeah. If you're chafing a little down
Yep.
there, get a little dab of neosporin and take care of that.
Or
Or
some bag
you know,
balm.
or if you're gonna be partaking in the glory hole and you need a little extra down there,
Don't care if it's a fucking troll. In my head is Jessica Biel.
I think the Emperor also was free balling in that cloak. He had to have been.
Oh, you know
Was-
he was. It was so
Yeah.
comfortable.
hmm
Like it was probably felt on the inside. It looked like wool on the
Yeah.
out, but felt on the
Mhm.
end.
hmm
Or silk.
Silk,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh
Ooh,
yeah.
silk.
God, I miss silk underwear. Used to
Mhm.
wear nothing but that, but it's like you can only explain so many holes in the ass.
Oh god, that reminds me, Kev, our old buddy Chris, telling me like one time he got all fucked up and they were all lighting their farts. He was wearing
no.
silk shorts when he did it, burned off all of his ass hair.
Yep.
What?
Yep.
Jesus.
Allows,
And
that
I've
airflow
seen
doesn't go
Chris's
past silk.
ass.
At the glory hole.
And Chris
I remember
did
him
indeed
telling
have
me
a hairy
that story.
butt.
I'm like, dude, what the fuck? Don't wear silk shorts when you're lighting your farts, dude.
Mhm.
It's too, no.
wear silk shorts.
And you change if you're not careful.
Mhm.
That's funny.
You don't have enough hair on your ass. Well, yeah, not after that.
Yeah,
Not
no.
anymore.
God, and the smell of burning hair is one thing,
Is
but
bad
add
enough.
the smell of burning hair with burning methane.
Yeah, right.
Oof.
Asters.
Ooh.
Oof.
Mm-mm. Blue flame, which is more of a green, but whatever.
Yeah.
Oddly
I love it.
specific. Thanks, Kevin.
You're welcome. I've seen the mask. I know what methane emissions look like. What's funny is like now that the internet's a thing, like, and I've seen there was a reel going around Facebook like 2 weeks ago, and people were saying call the Ghostbusters because it was like green fire coming out of this
Oh
manhole.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think you sent me that.
Yeah. And it's like Ghostbusters shit. Call the fucking mask, man. That's fucking methane emissions coming from the sewer.
Shitter's full.
Yeah.
Shitter's full. It's cousin Eddie.
Shitter's full.
Okay, so not exactly a death, but Warner Brothers is planning on destroying the building that used to house all the Warner Brothers collections. It's no longer stored there, which of course it's barely stored on HBO Max anymore either.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're getting rid of that building. Much like anything else with Warner Brothers, they have no respect for history or tradition. So they're going to not just get rid of it, but they're going to level it and then rebuild something over it to make what they want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been going even further to hell since the merger with Discovery.
Yes. Yeah, it's done nothing but go downhill since then. Like nothing good has come from them. And we'll get to that more later.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no respect for the classics.
Mhm.
And the Warner Brothers cartoon. I mean, there is nothing but classics with that.
Warner Brothers has a very rich history of cinema. They do.
Yes.
Yep.
Like,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
For over
they
100
might
freaking
be-
years.
Yeah, my favorite when it comes to blockbusters. Like they've got Batman, they've got Superman, they've got fucking The Mask, they've got
Like Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter. They got a bunch of things.
Oh God, yeah. Sorry, I didn't even get into the friggin' New Line era.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, they've got a whole bunch, but historically, they shit on each and every single one of those fucking franchises eventually. Like Harry Potter, by the time they got to the third movie, they were like, all right, get the guy from Y Tu Mama Tambien. Screw Christopher Columbus and what he did, you know.
Alfonso
faithfulness to the
Cuarón.
book. Yeah.
Yeah.
Get the porn director. We're making the third movie hot.
Oh, Michael Bay. Gotcha.
Explosives.
That would have been interesting.
Would have been more fun.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Blowing
but I mean,
shit
like,
up.
they Warner Brothers just they fuck shit up every chance that they can, and it's stupid mistakes like getting rid of their historical buildings, getting rid of their digital archive of the Looney Tunes, making discs that are designed to expire after 10 to 20 years.
Yeah.
Like,
That was
Come
the
on.
DVDs. That was
Yep.
just for
DVD.
where they made it, the plant that it was made in. It wasn't made properly, and that's why they're having issues. But they are replacing some of the discs. So that is happening. They are doing replacements for some.
I haven't looked through my Smallvilles, and I don't want to. I'm gonna eventually do a video for the YouTube page that's going to be basically WB roulette. Go through all the WB movies up here and figure out which ones have rot and which ones don't.
I got a lot. to
You'll
go through,
spot
too.
it.
Oh yeah, no, it's pretty noticeable.
Yeah.
Sons of
Yeah. I
bitches.
don't know what to say about Warner Brothers. They're just, every time you think they're kind of slowing down and stopping, it's like, nope, we're going to do even more crazy shit around here.
We're fully committed to being stupid.
Mhm.
Yeah, like Zaslav, like, bro, I understand you're
Fuck that
trying
guy.
to get the debt down and fix that and restructure this. Like, dude, have a plan first before you start doing shit. Don't just start chopping this and sell Looney Tunes off. Hey, let's let Netflix do a live action TV show. Yo, what the fuck? Stop it. Just stop it. It's brand damaging.
Brand damaging. You heard about when they did the Animaniacs, right?
Yeah, brain damage.
And that went to Hulu?
Before Hulu, when they were starting with Animaniacs on WB, Disney was across the street and they painted on their water tower the Animaniacs, and the head of the WB at the time didn't know they're painting it up there because he just greenlight the show, that'll be fun. So they painted them on the water tower because that's where they lived.
Yeah.
And he came in and he's like, get that fucking down. He goes, Everyone's gonna think we're stealing from Disney. Disney's gonna holler at us because it looks like fucking Mickey Mouse up there.
Oh, for fuck's
It's
sake.
like,
Moron.
jeez.
How dumb do you have to be to not know what your own
Oh.
properties are?
Yep.
And yet they won't hire us. We're
Mhm.
we're not nearly as dumb. We'd actually make more money. Just saying.
Yeah.
We wouldn't get past the focus groups.
Oh God, no. We wouldn't listen to the focus groups.
No.
We wouldn't use focus groups.
No, we'd use
We'd hire
focus
actual
groups.
experts and people who know what the hell they're doing
Mhm.
to begin with.
No, we could use the focus groups, then just do the opposite of what they suggest.
Oh, like the Dead Space 2 commercials. Hey, your mom's gonna hate this
Yeah.
game. All right, we're selling more copies.
Mhm.
Best campaign ever. Your mom
I
hates
love
Dead
that
Space.
goddamn- Yep.
So great. All right. Well, let's see here. Next up is another group of studio heads that like to fuck shit up. Lionsgate. So we found out this week that Saw 11 has been canceled. At this point, when we got the news, this article had just said that it was taken off their release slate. Now we're getting the news that it's just canceled. Like there's they stopped production of it. So, and that's kind of too.
How far into production had they gotten?
I don't know. I don't know.
Let's see. In 2025, after all, that means they might have been getting ready to do
Yeah, over halfway.
post-production if it was going to be
Yeah.
released like this year. But then again, it's a cheap horror movie. If there's not too much CGI, you could actually crank it out pretty quick.
Mhm.
That's kind of sad, but I was never much of a Saw fan. So
No, they kind of lost me after the second one.
yeah, that's when I kind of stopped.
That's where I cut out. And then when I found out, okay, he's dead, Tarbin's dead. How is this still going? It's like,
Yeah, I don't even.
so I had to
know.
watch to figure out what the heck happened. I started watching. I'm like, oh, okay, he died, and crazy chick took over. And then all of a sudden, oh, somebody else took. And like, man, this is horrible. This is just no. You're just copycatting, man. Nobody likes copycats.
The
Yeah,
epitome of beating a dead horse.
Yep.
The cop was shitty. I hated him.
Okay.
Amanda was cool though. Shawnee Smith.
Oh, she is so beautiful. I've had a crush on her forever.
Yeah,
I
ever
think
since
since I saw her in
Stand.
summer school and the Barbarian Twins movie, and
Oh, that's right. That's
Yeah.
right.
where she was brilliant,
Wait.
she was making the gadgets.
She was that little girl that made the fucking device that changed the red lights and shit.
Yep, that
Oh
was her.
my god.
See, I told you I've had a crush on her for a long time.
That's
So,
funny. I didn't know that was her. No, I gotta
Oh,
get that shit.
I know I got to find that movie again. I got to find a bunch of their movies.
God, I used to love watching them. So stupid though.
Yeah, they were. It's good kid movies, really. They're
Yeah.
not bad. Kids didn't get it,
I mean, but it was entertaining to me. It's fucking 7 years old. So.
Yep, exactly.
Hey, that's all you can ask for.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know, I have a hankering to watch them. God damn.
Yeah, me too now.
Good job, Skeeter.
Yeah, that's my job.
Nicely done.
Horrible movies.
I think about that scene all the time with them like having their fucking good luck charms and shaking it and shit.
Yep.
And she's sitting there with the gadget trying to change the red lights. It's like,
Hmm.
oh man, I love to have that thing right now.
Yeah.
Anyway. So yeah, no more Saw 11. And I guess I'm kind of okay with that because they have beaten the horse to death.
Yeah.
Killing off John. Sure, that needed to have happened around part 3 or 4, whatever it was. It was part 2 when they killed him, but they let it go on way too long, and then to have the different spin-off series that are still in universe with it, it's like it got to be way too much. So when they finally said this is the last one, and then 3 more movies later, now this is the last one. Now this is the last one. Okay, no, we're sorry. The last one was the last one.
Mhm.
For real this time, though.
For real.
Hopefully.
Until somebody comes up with another treatment
Yeah.
that they decide, oh, hey, we can make money off of this, and then they
Mhm.
rush it into production.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Tobin Bell's family signed off on the AI release, so it's fine.
Mhm.
I
don't
just
know.
watched an episode of Stargate with him in it.
Yes. That
You
was
guys,
awesome.
you guys have a one-track mind with that show. Jeez Louise.
Yeah, that's better than a one-track mind for the glory holes.
Yeah.
And at least we don't get stuck in it.
I'm
Yeah.
making monies.
At least you're making fun.
Yeah, and how many layers?
probably
of
get paid more
skin
than
did
I
you
do for
have
my
to peel
shit
off to
job?
get out of there.
1, 2, 3.
And then there's a crunch.
Yeah,
long
you
as you're not
biting?
biting,
Kevin
man.
bites.
Yeah, no bite. No bite.
No
No
teeth.
teeth.
Bite or no
No
biting.
teeth.
My mom watches this show.
Good to have you back again, Kevin.
Yeah.
Yeah, we missed you last week, buddy.
I missed being here. I did. I love the abuse. All right. So, speaking of abuse,
Jesus.
we have another new remake of The Mummy.
Oh, for
Mm.
fuck's sake.
Now, the last remake of The Mummy, when I went to go see it in the theater, I was appalled by it and I didn't like it and I wanted to leave because it was a stupid, silly, campy adventure movie, not a horror film.
So you only watched the first one. Gotcha.
Yes. Oh, yeah, they pretty much stayed that way and got more cheesy and campy and yeah.
Yeah.
But I eventually learned to accept them and embrace them and love Rick O'Connell and his family.
Mhm.
This looks like they're going to go more towards the old classic Universal, and I hope that's the case.
Yeah.
I really, really do. But considering it's A24, I have no faith in this feature being any good.
Yeah, I have like no idea on what kind of expectation to even have.
Yeah, I'm kind
Your
of.
first thought should be maybe I should have no expectations, but with A24, they're so hit or miss with their
Yeah,
movies.
they're all over the place.
Yeah.
They're not even
I
in the
mean-
middle. They're either really good or they're really bad.
I mean,
Mhm.
the only thing I'd be afraid of is if they tried to make it like that Tom Cruise one that came out a few years
Oh.
ago.
Oh,
The trailer was so bad, I never watched it.
Oh God,
Yeah.
I couldn't get past the trailer. I'm thinking to
Nope.
myself, what the actual fuck?
Mhm.
I
And I
never
read
watched that one, so I
synopses of
can't
it,
make
and-
a proper review or comment on it. Other than the trailer didn't interest me.
Yeah,
Like, I'm sorry, I'm
Same.
not a Tom Cruise guy to begin with, so I don't know
Nope.
what to do here.
Mhm.
and they were trying to use that to set up their dark universe.
Yeah, that flopped.
Yeah, it didn't make it out of the starting gate.
Mhm.
Well, they're taking that concept for their theme parks. So at least we're
Mhm.
gonna get some old school fun with the Dark Universe theme parks. Because it's gonna be a tribute to basically all the old Universal monsters.
Mhm.
You know,
The
they used to have that at Universal Hollywood,
Yep.
where they all came out with musical instruments: the Wolfman, Frankenstein, Dracula, the Creature.
Monster Squad?
Yeah, Monster
Please
Squad. Yeah.
tell me they weren't playing the Monster Mash.
I don't remember if they played that, but Beetlejuice was the singer.
Oh
Eh.
god.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's crossing the streams.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's jumping the shark or the sand shark.
Yeah.
It was
Same
pretty
word.
awful. Oh man, we've got trouble in the chat section tonight.
Yep.
Uh-oh. What's going on?
Just,
Uh-oh. Shit. We haven't gotten a Daredevil yet, Justin.
No, not yet.
We will.
So I don't know. Like I want to be excited for this new Mummy movie. I want it to be more Boris Karloff Emotep than we got with Arnold Vosloo. Although I liked Arnold Vosloo, he was really good.
Yeah.
Just the movie was a campy adventure flick. It wasn't a horror film.
All right. And I like Lee Cronin, and I liked Evil Dead Rise.
Mhm.
And I thought that was pretty enjoyable.
Yeah.
Was it as good as the other Evil Dead movies? No, but it was fine in and of itself.
Yep.
My concern is Jack Rayner. He looks like Timu
Mhm.
Chris Pratt. You might as well just
Yeah.
cast Chris Pratt if you're gonna do this kind of look.
He was too expensive.
Yeah,
That's probably it.
That, and they probably don't want that humor because everyone knows with Chris Pratt, you're going to have some humor. And maybe they're trying to go for more serious because when he was in Midsommar, he was good. So I
Okay.
like that movie. Very obscure. My wife liked it too. So
Maybe I should try it again. I never made it past 5 minutes. I'm like,
yeah, it's a mind trip movie.
okay.
It's just one of those that tries to fuck with your head. And the ending has a crazy twist to it.
I don't know. It's been one of those things where I've been on the fence with watching it myself. Like,
Yeah.
maybe if it's on, I don't know. We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
One of those types of flicks.
I think it was free on Prime for a minute, and that I tried it for 5 minutes. I'm like, I think I kind of want to watch something else.
Yeah, it's a slow burn.
I didn't shut it off because it was pissing me off or anything. I just shut it off because I wasn't feeling it.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair. Well, let's see here. A good horror franchise that hopefully they're having a resurgence, a positive resurgence, is giving us a first look at Tony Todd in Final Destination 6.
One of his last roles.
Yep.
Yeah.
So very happy to see him. I'm always
Yes.
happy to see him.
Mm-hmm.
This is gonna be good, dude.
Yeah, like the latest trailer was pretty messed up. I really liked it.
Did we play that one?
No, not the
No.
newest one. The newest one came out this week. The one we played was the one in the tattoo parlor, and the latest one is a family cookout,
Ooh.
Well, we can play that. I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
and it's fucked up.
Yeah. I liked it though. It was so fucked up. It was good.
Yeah, yeah, because you're like,
It's
okay,
like-
which way is this gonna go? Not the way you think it's gonna.
Yeah, it's kind of like the first two. It's got that feel again to it.
Yes, and the closer we get to it, the more I'm suspecting Devon Sawa is going to show up at some
Yeah.
point.
I agree.
Here we go.
Because he's being really mum about it. Like he's not.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's keeping his mouth shut for once.
Yeah.
Yeah, because this is completely wrong. Like
out
any real
all-
bartender, you're supposed to clear out the
Yeah.
whole damn
Whole
sink,
fucking thing.
flush it with water
Mhm.
like twice.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But
Well,
God bless
Kevin's-
him for
I
It
am
looks
so seeing this
good.
fucking movie.
bless his
Yeah.
soul.
I hope they give him a really good send off.
Me too.
I would think that they
I
They do.
really
Yeah, they
do.
probably will.
His lines are always really good in this series, though. Like he's
Mhm.
just the mortician is the best. He's scary. He wishing you luck, but don't fuck with
Tony
that Mac
Todd
Daddy.
could read the goddamn phone book and I'd be enthralled.
exactly.
Yeah,
Him and
kinda.
Morgan Freeman, you know.
Oh
Mhm.
yeah. And Keith David.
Yep.
Yeah, Keith David, another one.
Maybe I don't know. You watch enough Spawn and you're kind of like, I don't know.
I think we had that conversation on that show.
Mhm. Best thing about this series is the Rube Goldberg machinery.
Yeah.
They have everything, everything's placed in a certain spot. They'll trigger the next and the next and the next. It's to that point where I put stuff down, like when he was putting that beer bottle down. When I put a bottle down, I'll put it down and then I'll move it a couple of times just
To make sure.
stuck in my head. Make sure it won't fall over, won't
These
tip
movies
over.
will fuck with you.
Yep.
Oh God. How many times have we each seen those memes of
Yep.
being
The
behind
logger.
the lumber truck?
Yep. My daughter will not drive behind them. She'll slow way down and make sure it's a good half-mile ahead of her.
I think I learned that from Lethal Weapon, actually, not Final Destination.
Oh, the surfboard?
Yep.
Yeah.
I've seen enough improperly tied down loads in my time that's like, nope, fuck that shit. I'm
out.
Same.
I'm out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I lived here almost 20 years before I saw a log truck lose its load. and it is the scariest shit you possibly can think of. It is just
Mhm.
I didn't get to see it happen, like the accident on Final Destination 2, but I got to see the aftermath, and yeah, there were logs all over the fucking road, and cars screeched to a halt. Like, oh man,
Ugh.
it was crazy.
Yeah.
Like, I don't envy you motherfuckers cleaning that shit. Ah.
Yep.
Well, as they said in Red Dwarf, it's brown trousers time.
Yep.
Brown trousers time.
No,
See,
I never
he
seen
gets it.
I never seen a log truck lose the logs off it, but I have seen a scrap metal truck with the tip semi trailer on it, so it tipped sideways.
Oh,
Went around a
yeah.
corner, and a car was coming, and it went
Oh,
right on
fuck.
top of another car. I was
Oh
like,
man.
"Whoa."
What's
And it-
fucking scarier than all of that is being behind a truck carrying canisters of compressed air.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've seen that too.
When I was getting my DOT certifications, when I was working the shipping department at my current job, watching just a training video just about dealing with compressed air as a
Mhm.
hazard. And I think it was this freeway in Russia where the canisters weren't secured properly. They broke and fucking blew up.
Yeah, they blow up and they could shoot like a fucking missile.
Oh yeah, they're missiles.
Oh, yeah.
Holy shit.
They
That's
are
crazy.
missiles.
I've seen that too.
I
Science is cool.
think
Mhm.
whatever gods you want to believe in, I have never seen anything like that in person. And I don't
No.
want to.
That'd be terrifying.
I mean, that's when you know, like Deadpool said, you would want either the yellow pants or the brown pants.
Yeah.
It's brown pants day.
No shit.
Should wear your brown pants.
Or you can wear no pants.
Yeah.
Look what
shitting
we've got.
yourself in a kilt would not be fun.
Oh, I don't know. I mean,
No,
your
it
legs-
just hits the floor. You know.
No.
your inner thighs might suffer for it, but otherwise,
Yeah.
you know. Oh God, what was I watching? It wasn't Tosh. It might have. It was something. Some lady was like, took a deuce in the grocery store and like kicked it under the checkout aisle.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
I've seen a lot of those videos. It's like I can't
keeps-
believe people do
Peter, you watch these things? Oh my
that. It was what did we see? We're watching Ridiculousness, and they had a whole spurt of videos, and it's like people.
Yeah, whole
Crapping.
spurt. That's
Yeah,
unfortunate
litter.
wording.
I know they were like people in the middle of a grocery store. Lady was looked around, pulls her pants down, squats, and just like explosive diarrhea.
Oh my god.
Yanks her pants
Litter
up and
zone.
just keeps walking. I'm like, wow.
Yeah,
Clean
no
up
shit.
Clean up in aisle 3. Clean up in aisle 3.
Please bring the Scott towels.
God, there was this one time I was up in the I was taking the BART into San Francisco, and sitting in one of the train cars reading a book. I see door to another car open. This homeless looking dude, like walking really funny, like knees bent, kind of bow legged, hips a little forward, and all of a sudden this stench hits you.
Mm.
And he like crapped in one of the chairs.
Huh.
So they had to get over the loudspeaker, like evacuate everybody from that car.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah, that was. I hadn't even started work yet that day.
dear God.
I remember in Riverside, I was taking a break at McDonald's. I wasn't working at McDonald's, but I was taking my break and I was sitting at McDonald's. And there was a homeless guy that walked in and threw a big bag of pennies down and told the lady to count the pennies so he can get a soda. And they had a huge line of people. And she's like, I'm sorry, sir, if you could just stand in line. I'm not counting all these right now. I've got a huge line of people. and he gets pissed off and shits his pants right there in the middle of the store.
Oh dear God.
Sounds about right.
Wow.
Well, all right, I'll just sleep then. My break's done. I'll go back to work.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Get out of there.
Disgusting.
Shitter's
So-
full.
How do we transition from smeared feces to Linda Cardinelli?
Hey, Crystal Lake News, everybody. We
Yeah.
got Linda Cardellini signing on to portray Mrs. Voorhees in Crystal Lake.
Yep. Don't
And,
pee in the lake.
As Kevin promptly points out on the thumbnail, MILF. MILF.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is going to bring a whole new element to Friday the 13th. Jason's pissed off because all the counselors are trying to get with his mom.
Yeah.
I dig it. But
Jason's mom has got it going on.
Mm-hmm.
1000%. And
Give me an
Jinkies-
idea for next week.
I don't know if you guys had watched the Ghost Files last night, but Vinny had made the comment that
Yep.
In this series or this universe, Pamela had a choice of being a singer or being a parent, and she chose to work at the camp to be a parent and not pursue her music career. And like, that's going to add just an extra layer of character development to Pamela. And I'm like, you know what? I don't know that it needs that necessarily. Like, you could just show her being a devoted mom, not that she has any level of spite built up because she gave up a career for her son. I don't know.
I think they're going the route of Bates Motel for like Psycho from a few years
Yeah.
ago.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
it sounds like.
And I really like that show. And
Same.
while it does a lot of retconning and bring things more into the modern era, it
Mhm.
does feel like that's what they're trying to do here. I would really like to know what Brian Fuller had in store, because he had a fully scripted show and they fired him and threw away all the scripts.
Oh.
I mean, he still has them, and only very few people have actually read them. From what I've heard, that show is going to be pretty interesting by comparison to this. But,
Mhm.
like Kevin was talking about, Vinny on the Ghost Files, Womp Stomp Films YouTube channel, head on over. They got a great stream most Fridays. I think he's streaming. Usually when there's news regarding his Kickstarters or crowdfunding, or even just hanging around talking Friday the 13th. And, everybody was kind of just trying to be positive about this. The big concern would be if they were going to do a Jason show, then all of a sudden you have some real expectations on what this show should or should not be.
Mhm.
Focusing more on the mom and Jason as a very young kid.
Mm-hmm.
It does allow you a little bit more flexibility and creativity in providing a backstory. So
Mhm.
I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna keep an open opinion, but I think they had a good showrunner before this, and hey, this is good casting. Keep up the good castings, and you're gonna easily get some good positive vibes going for their show.
Yeah, like I love her and everything I've seen her in, so
Mhm.
I have no complaints.
Same. I just wish it wasn't just on Peacock.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
The worst name for an app.
Mhm.
I would say Max, but at least it was always like HBO Max.
Yeah.
And just
Yeah.
Max is short. Peacock is just like,
Mhm.
fucking seriously? No.
Mhm.
And Peacock also canceled Bruce's most recent TV show as well.
Asshole.
Did they already?
Yeah, they canceled that show.
Jeez.
We covered that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's right. We did. I have a memory retention of a fly, so I apologize.
We know.
That's all that time you spend in the glory hole.
Yep.
Not enough
Especially after last week. Got stuck and you couldn't get out.
that
You need
marathon session, man.
all the swelling in the lube, and yeah, it was horrible.
When they say that you run a train, Kevin, you just kept going.
Come on, everybody, ride it.
Time once again to hop aboard the Kev train.
It's the Kev mass transit system. Anyway. Do you read Sutter Kane? Well, now you can this October. They are putting out a meta novel of In the Mouth of Madness written by Sutter Kane. And I am totally down for this. I absolutely adored the movie. We reviewed it last year and I fell in love. So I am super tempted to get this. Like I bought At the Mountains of Madness because I want to read it, of course, but I really love this movie and I can't wait to read the adaptation to it.
And At the Mountains of Madness, Guillermo del Toro still wants to do that movie, but he'll never get approved for the budget that he wants for it.
No.
Budget schmudget. Look at what they did with Acolyte.
Well, yeah, if they're going to spend that kind of money on a damn thing, give Guillermo his goddamn money for that movie.
No, it's going to be good.
Yeah. And then maybe we can get a third Hellboy movie with the proper Hellboy.
Yes.
Yeah. That's
I don't know.
likely.
I thought you guys liked the new one.
We did
It was
like the
good.
Crooked Man.
Yeah.
I mean, it was good, but honestly,
no.
when I'm reading a Hellboy comic, I hear Ron Perlman.
Yeah.
You know, he was the perfect embodiment of that character.
Yeah. The one
and
with
the way I reconcile, I forget the name of the guy who played him in The Crooked Man, but the way I reconcile him with what we saw in Del Toro's movies is that's a younger Hellboy. He's like 15 in that.
Yep.
Oh.
So of course he's not as gruff. He's not as world weary. He's not as big.
No, because that was like just around World War II, wasn't it?
That was after. That was in the 50s.
50s. Yeah. So, yeah, I just watched those finally this week, the beginning of the week, and like the one with David Harbour, he had it was horrible, but he had more of the comic book look.
The look was there, but
was it though? Because Hellboy was he was too pink.
Yeah, that was the only thing. He was too pink.
Yeah, the coloring was wrong, but the sculpt,
but
the
facial,
the facial, and then also I didn't think the right hand of Doom looked right.
No, I agreed.
Yeah,
that looked crooked, man. It didn't seem right either. So,
I mean, technically speaking, it wasn't even right in Del Toro's because he had those glyphs and everything on it, just to give Hellboy a little bit more asymmetry.
Yeah.
But the shape was right. So, I don't know. You want to watch some good Hellboy fare. The two animated features they did,
Blood and Iron and
Blood and Iron and Sword of Storms.
Yep. Thank you.
There was a third one that got canceled, which was going to have this character called the Lobster in it. And I had been looking forward to that one, but it got fucking canceled. So that's two trilogies that Del Toro was involved in that didn't get to finish. But I think that was around the time he had his falling out with Mike Mignola.
Yep.
Did they? Yeah, it was too differing where they saw things going with the film series. So Mignola was like, "Nope, we're done."
That's a bummer.
Yeah. Some friends of mine actually got to meet Mignola at a con at one point, and say he wasn't exactly the most pleasant of individuals. So
that's a bummer.
Yeah, I mean that's why they say you shouldn't meet your heroes.
All right.
I don't know. Mine have all been fairly cool.
I don't know. I mean, the last person I really admired who I got to meet was Adam Savage, and that guy was just a beautiful person.
John Glover for me, and that was last year.
That makes me happy to hear.
Penn and Teller a couple years back.
Oh, nice.
There you go. Kevin has a killer Bruce Campbell story, but we don't have to do that again.
Yeah.
You've told it like 9 times.
Though.
Yeah.
I bought weed with Bruce Campbell. That was cool.
Yep.
I've had dinner with Joel Hodgson and the cast of Mystery Science Theater. Passed a kidney stone with them that night. That was cool too.
Ouch.
Yeah. That's
Hey, you got to share your pain with the people you love.
Yeah.
had to check myself into the hospital. Emily's like, "Take care, dude. See you later." Like,
Hey, at least you got dropped off by Emily.
no. I had to drive myself.
Mhm.
But yeah. My heroes, they're all for the most part, they're all great people. The Mads are really like the bee's knees for me. Trace and Frank.
Yeah. Those two just seem really cool.
All right.
Yeah.
They are, and MJ, they're just like, I'm blessed to know them truly. It's surreal knowing them and being able to say, "Oh yeah, that's my friend." Anyway, so speaking of idols and heroes, our favorite director, Jim Wynorski, is making a reboot of Catwoman on the Moon, and it stars almost every single beautiful woman that he's ever worked with. And he just announced they are adding a new actor to the film, Tara Reid.
That is an old photo.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Very old.
Very old.
Them titties don't exist no more.
No.
And you know, I couldn't help but to think, you know what the difference is between this actor and the other actors is the other actors don't have AIDS. I don't know. I've never been a fan of Tara Reid. Like, she sucks. And I'm not a shark. And even in Sharknado, I'm just kind of like, no, dude. Anyone else?
Oh, that's right. She was in that.
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, she's not a great actor, but she's good looking. That's about it.
All looks, no talent, eh?
Oh,
Yeah.
she was. Let me correct myself. She was good looking.
Yes. Drugs are bad for you. Okay.
Okay.
About 30 years to your life. Okay.
You can get AIDS. You can transfer AIDS with needles. Okay.
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 Drugs are bad.
Speaking of those things are bad for you, giants are bad. Okay.
Okay.
Nick Frost, he's going to sign on to play Hagrid. That's a giant. He's a giant. Yeah. I'm actually kind of excited for this. Like, I love Nick Frost.
He should be good.
Yeah, he'll be good at this.
I love him in everything, but if you want to see how like hulking he could be as Hagrid, or how they could make him be as hulking as Hagrid, watch Skeleton Crew and watch, what was it, SG-33?
33. Yep.
Yeah, watch when he gets pissed off, and you're just kind of like, oh, cool. So that's why I'm excited to see, Nick Frost as giant Hagrid wrestling.
Yeah, he's going to do good. It's just too bad they're screwing around with the other castings. Like they have completely missed the boat with Snape. So they already have their foot halfway in the ground with this show already.
Yeah, they totally messed that up.
I don't know. We'll see how that goes. The rest of the casting so far, I'm really liking. Otherwise I am.
Well, Lithgow, but it's not official yet either.
Oh, it's not. That's right. It's not.
You've just heard it from him, like, oh yeah, I'm going to do the show, but it's not finalized yet. They're still working out the contracts.
Wasn't there someone that did get finalized for it already?
The dude playing Professor Snape.
Yeah.
That's the only one. Okay. Well, anyways, let's see here. Upcoming movie news. They are making a sequel to The Passion of the Christ.
Hasn't that been in production for years, though?
Yeah.
I did not know that was going to be a thing.
Is that the Macho Man Randy Savage?
Oh yeah, brother.
Snap it to a Slim Jim.
We're going to hell. But
We're already halfway there, dude.
Yeah, we're a long time ago.
Not as
there with a bottle of whiskey and a couple
not as far
of
down as
ice
fucking Mel Gibson, though. I tells you
Oh
what.
no, hell no.
That
Not even
fucking
close.
Like every time I think of Mel Gibson going to hell, all I could think of is Rowan Atkinson going, "Yes, I'm sorry, but the Jews were right."
Yeah.
I bet you feel like a nitwit now, don't you? No, I want to watch that. I'm the devil, but you can call me Toby. So anyway, yeah, we have Passion 2, Jesus Boogaloo. I could only imagine this takes place upon the resurrection. So this will be about Easter.
Probably.
I don't know that we need this. My poor mother was one of the folks that went to go see it and really enjoyed it and was like really pressing me to go see this movie. I'm like, I read the book. I know how it ends. I don't want to watch it. I don't.
Spoiler alert. God.
Yeah.
I don't need to spend 3 hours of watching my Christ get the fuck knocked out of him. I just don't. I'm sorry.
I just go watch
it.
Apocalypto instead anyway.
Kinda. I don't know. It's not my thing. And Mel Gibson is I don't know. Crazy. He's crazy Mel.
He's been the same Mel for years, though.
Yeah.
He actually is a good director, though.
Yeah.
I imagine he is.
Well, if rumors are true, he is going to be doing the Lethal Weapon movie after this.
Yeah.
So Lethal Weapon 5 is coming after he finishes this movie.
Well, dude, the fucking Henry Cavill got fucking zapped by lightning twice or 2 or 3 times making this fucking movie.
And he still did it.
Yeah, like who knows if they're going to be able to survive this picture.
Hang in there, Jim. Or you're going to get relegated to another Prisoner sequel.
Yeah.
Going to be Action Jesus.
Oh, that was Sound of Freedom. I like that movie, though.
Yeah.
Speaking of Jesus, there is going to be a biopic, not of Jesus, but of the good sister Rosetta Tharpe, the godmother of rock and roll, the woman who truly invented rock and roll. And
any relation to Rosetta Stone?
Nope. Not that I'm aware of.
Okay.
But I get that stuck in my head all the time, every time I listen to Didn't Ring.
No!
Oh, no.
Jesus Christ.
It's true. That's sad.
Rosetta Tharpe was a gem upon this world that we did not deserve. And she gave us a gift from her God to give unto him as well. Like, and the best we can come up with is Lizzo to play her.
Praise Jesus.
Like, come on now. Really? This woman is like caught like treating people like shit on her team. Her own fucking team she craps on all the time.
Yep.
And we're gonna get her to play Sister Tharpe.
I heard about this and I was like, oh, please do not let her get this. Do not, because she's gonna ruin it. She's gonna change the story of it too.
She's not
one of
gonna.
those.
I don't know that she'll have any control over that necessarily, but
yeah, but she'll mess it up. Sad.
She's not Rachel Ziegler.
pretty damn close.
Yeah, I know.
In the music world, pretty damn close.
Yeah, she's really persnickety, and she's kind of like Katy Perry.
Yeah. No, I'd say worse. She's
really?
Very bad. Yeah, from what we hear in the music world a lot, she's very irritating. Like you can't even stand to work with her.
Oh wow.
So, and everything has to be about her or else don't even bother.
Right. Narcissist. If it's not about her, it's not worth her time.
Mm-hmm. I mean, she was getting mad at people for not liking her music. And it's like, well, if they don't like it, that's fine. But everyone should love her music.
All right,
no.
One of those.
Yeah. So.
No, sorry, it doesn't work that way. Everyone should love our show, but geez.
Yeah. If it's your
We're
thing.
scaring them off one at a time. We're losing viewers as we keep on
Yeah.
with this.
Some people have morals.
Yeah. Yeah, like
Not me.
Justin commented, yeah, she likes to supply her staff with bananas.
I've heard that as well.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot about that.
Like I said, she's a horrible
It could be
person.
Beardo who likes to straighten bananas.
That was like when she popped in on, what was that? Star Wars. She popped in for a couple episodes on Star Wars. Fuck, what one?
Was that the
Ahsoka
Mandalorian?
or something?
Yeah, Ahsoka. And I was like, oh, no. You could tell. Cue the Gwen Stefani music, yeah. No, holla back, girl.
She was in that?
Yeah. She played the queen on the planet with Jack Black.
That's right. That's
Mandalorian
right.
season 3. That's
Oh, it was Mando.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's what I thought.
And she was just horrible. Horrible actress, too.
Huh. Weird. Choices were made.
Yeah, because they had to focus a lot on her, I noticed in that. And it was like, she wasn't a big role.
Oh, but yeah, she had to make sure that her face was the center point.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. You know what? I will. The one thing I will say about this movie is I look forward to the soundtrack. I really do.
Wow.
At least for the guitar riffs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's sad, Justin. Oof.
The Savior John.
Yeah, that's sad.
Oh,
John.
you leave my
drunk.
You leave my Mikey alone, goddammit.
Yes.
Speaking of drunk, here we are with another Warner Brother decision.
I'm nowhere near drunk enough for this.
Me either.
I don't even have one in my body right now.
Instead of paying for this themselves and putting it on Max, Warner Brother Discovery decided to lease out the Scooby-Doo show or shop it out to Netflix.
Yep.
And Netflix will be the ones producing it and hosting it and streaming it. So, golly, not sure how this is going to go, but it's live action. So,
Is it directed by Axel Braun?
I don't know, but I really hope Matt Lillard shows up at least once.
Yep.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, if we did live action movies, we do not need a show now.
No.
Because you know what? It's gonna tank. Not as bad as Snow White, but it'll tank.
I mean, the last thing that they put out from the franchise, that movie Scoob, was just supposed to be shit.
What about Velma, the show on
No.
Max?
Oh,
Scoob-
yeah.
Oh, I
that was
don't
even
count
worse.
that.
Scoob was pretty good, actually.
Yeah, but the voice cast were
Yeah,
all
wasn't right.
really upset that the only one of them who got invited to be part of that was Frank Welker.
Welker, yep.
Oh.
And he was only doing Scooby. He wasn't. I
Mhm.
mean, nobody who did any of the who have been doing the voices currently, like I said, other than Welker doing Scooby, none of them were voicing their characters. They all had celebrity voices, and
Yeah.
And it wasn't Freddie or Sarah or anybody like that?
Nope.
Wow.
No.
That sucks. Because I really liked them. Like, the live-action Scooby-Doo movies were pretty good.
Those were a lot of fun.
Yep.
Yeah. I really liked the cast. Like,
Yes.
they made it fun, and they embodied all the characters.
They appreciated what it was they were doing. They were fans of it, and they went all in.
Yeah.
I mean, to the point where Lillard is now voicing Shaggy.
Yep.
You know, he succeeded Casey Kasem.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Welker
and-
still does Fred all the time.
Yeah,
And Scooby.
He's been doing Scooby since the early 2000s. I know that.
But
And
he's always been
doing
Fred.
Yeah, since 1969, except for a pup named Scooby Doo when it was supposed to be a younger
Mm-hmm.
But they still had Casey Kasem doing Shaggy, so I don't
Yep.
know.
Did they?
Yeah, they
Mm-hmm.
did. And that was, I think that was the last time that Don Messick voiced Scooby
Yeah.
before his passing. Because he
Mm-hmm.
died, I want to say 99.
Yeah, I was around there.
It was before they did Zombie Island.
Yep.
Interesting.
And then they
Mhm.
had I think that was Billy West doing Shaggy in that one because they couldn't get Casey Kasem back
Yep.
for whatever reason.
Yep. So I remember that interview with Billy West. He was saying that he took over.
Now it was just for that one because
Yep.
then the other two they did it was somebody else
Mm-hmm.
doing Scooby and Shaggy, and then when they did What's New Scooby Doo, they got Kasem back for that, and he was sounding rough.
Yeah.
And then when they did Mystery Incorporated in around like the late 2000s, early 2010s, that's when Lillard started doing Shaggy and Kasem was voicing Shaggy's dad. And you could just he was really having a rough go of it. It was around that same time, I think, Kasem's daughter was doing a syndicated radio show with Nikki Sixx of all people.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah,
It was
yeah.
because I remember I was working at a classic rock station at the time, and we
Oh,
were
man.
an affiliate, so I got shit put together for that for our station, and yeah, it's like that's Kasem's daughter. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, apple didn't fall far from the tree on that.
Mm-hmm.
But God, Nikki Sixx was all over the fucking place, and he said he was sober.
Yeah. No.
For sober compared to what?
Compared to when he died from a drug overdose and came back.
I mean, he
Yeah, do
wasn't
it.
drinking alcohol. He was still on drugs. So, I mean, that's pretty sober.
But to Nikki Sixx, it was merely Tuesday.
Exactly.
It's just Tuesday.
It's just Tuesday. This is just Warner Brothers being fucking stupid.
They're
Kind of,
not going to
yeah.
try anything with it, so it's like, nah, we'll just ship it off and try to make money on the rights alone and let somebody else deal with the problems with it.
Yeah.
They suck.
It's just a bad idea, though.
I mean, how much worse could it be than Velma? That's the question.
I don't.
We
think
will
it's
find
gonna be worse
out.
than that.
Yeah.
At least I hope not.
Mm-hmm.
I watched 2 episodes of that and was like, nope, fuck this.
Couldn't even do that. No.
I barely did one, and I'm like, oh, this is terrible.
It's not
I
for
mean,
me.
It was shitting on the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and Mindy Kaling likes to show people how smart she is or how smart she thinks she is.
Exactly.
Used to be.
I don't know. I never liked her. I don't know why. She always came off as pretentious to me.
Mm-hmm. That's how she is. Real life, that's how she is.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. Like she was overselling her character on TV and Fox and shit like that, and just I don't know.
When she was on The Office, the whole cast says that's just how she is in real life, just like she was on The Office.
Yeah.
Not a lot of acting then.
No, she's a writer. Who
Exactly.
she really is.
Oh, it's because she's not acting. That's just the way she is.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Indubitably.
Indubitably. If it wasn't for you kids and that stupid dog. Anyway.
Yep. like Scoob.
Zelda time.
Mm-hmm.
The announcement is official. Zelda is coming in 2027. That's a long time.
Yeah.
That's a long time.
Don't mess it up, though.
This is going to be bad if it's not good.
Yeah.
I think it has the potential to be fantastic. Like if they make this
potential?
Yeah, if this has an opportunity to be a great swords and sandals kind of movie.
Mm-hmm.
You
but
know?
better.
Yeah, with a
It can
budget.
be. It's going to come down to the script, the casting, and the decisions they make on doing anything with Link speaking.
Mm-hmm.
Then also which game in the franchise are going to pull from
Yeah. I was gonna say,
more than I mean, because this is just a
there's a lot
classic
of lore.
franchise, and there's a
Yeah.
lot of lore that they could pull from.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, I could see them doing more from like Breath of the Wild, just because that and Tears
Probably.
of the Kingdom are more.
Mm-hmm.
It's more recent.
But
But I mean, there's a shit ton of lore that they could cherry pick from.
Well,
Yeah.
the same thing could happen with the Ron Moore-led God of War show that got announced for 2 seasons, and it's going to be all the Nordic tale.
Yep.
Yeah.
No Greek stuff at all. It's like,
That is
Mm.
such a missed opportunity.
Yep.
bad idea, but whatever.
Well, in all fairness, Clash of the Titans ripped off God of War so fucking bad that
For
they'd
the
get
remake.
they'd end up getting
Yeah.
sued for fucking copyright infringement
Mm-hmm.
or plagiarism.
Mm.
As it pertains to Zelda, I'm interested, and my wife is absolutely interested. So we're going to be seeing it, but they got to be very, very careful, because if this does
Yeah.
not deliver and it turns out bad, it's not going to be good. But if it turns out awesome, and that is very welcome for it to happen too, then this is going to launch Nintendo movies into the stratosphere. So.
I mean, the last
Yeah.
thing we want is for the second coming of the live action Super Mario Brothers.
Exactly.
That's what I'm afraid of.
Yeah.
No, because I think either
Nintendo
way,
won't allow that. But.
yeah,
Put
Yeah,
rat
either-
music in it.
yeah, either way, you're going to get fans pissed
Yeah.
because, like you were saying, Chad, with all the different lores, they're not going to be pissed if the lore, it wasn't their lore that they wanted. That's what they're mainly going to be pissed about. They're going to be like, oh, I wish they would have done it this one or this one or this one. I think that's where the biggest problem is. And as long as they follow the lore, do the story right, it's got great potential. But if they mess that up at all, oof. Bad.
What if they treat it like another game, and they just treat it like the new story and not try to pilfer from previous games or iterations? Like, treat the movie like it was going to be the script for like the next game.
Yeah, kind of like the animated series too. Like
I got that from my wife for Christmas one year, and she's like, "Fuck you." The show sucks.
It sucks, but it's one of those you got to watch. But I mean, they tried to make their own story, and it didn't go good. So that's what I worry about. So they definitely have to
Link
pick a
was
certain lore.
Dick in that.
Yeah. He was better in Captain N.
Yeah, I was gonna say I
Yeah.
like Captain N much better.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. It was the same voice actor for him and Zelda,
Yep.
but they did it so much
Mhm.
better.
Way better.
It was a couples thing.
Yep.
And good luck finding that on physical media. I had the damnedest time finding Captain N on physical media.
That's streaming, I think.
Not many. I couldn't find one, and I just searched and searched, and I finally found it, and I bought it.
Wait, does Kevin have it?
He might. Yeah.
There it is.
I got it on Blu-ray.
Damn, Kevin.
Really? That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's very cool.
Is it
That was hard to
illegal
find.
Blu-ray? Or is it a boot?
It's a boot.
It's a boot.
It's a Canadian a boot.
It's a
Nothing
boot
wrong with
gray.
that. It's
Yep.
a boot ray.
Mm-hmm. But it's good. Good quality on it.
Good.
And extras.
Oh.
Really
even better.
interesting.
Yeah, the extras are commercials and like whatever they copied wrong.
The only character they really butchered on that was Simon Belmont.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. They made him a goof.
He didn't
Yeah.
even look right.
No, he didn't.
I mean, he looked like a God. I don't even know how you describe the way he looked.
They
Like-
made him like a pro wrestler.
Yeah, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
if
And then they
Launchpad
made Mega
McQuack
Man
was
green
human,
for whatever fucking
Yeah.
reason.
and Kid Icarus talked like an infant, that was amazing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
But Mother Brain was fucking awesome.
Awesome. Oh, hilarious.
Mother Brain was
Amazing.
Levi Stubbs.
Oh, I
Yeah,
fucking
Levi
loved
Stubbs.
her.
Yep.
Yep. That was Audrey
Perfect
too.
choice. Mhm.
Yep.
Loved him. Anyway, that is a live action show I'd much rather see is Captain Power.
Ooh, yeah.
Or Captain N.
Mm-hmm.
Not Captain Power, excuse me. That was
That's a
already
different
live
show.
action. Yeah.
Yeah, and there's
Yep.
been talks of trying to do a new version of that for fucking years. I saw some rumblings from Straczynski years ago wanting to bring that back somehow.
That would be cool.
Yeah, it would be.
Because Joe makes everything better.
Joe's pretty good.
Yeah.
Except if it's a story that he's being forced to write and he doesn't want to do it one more day.
Yeah.
You know what? I stand with him. I will always stand behind him with that and wanting his name taken off that story.
Oh, I'm totally with him on that one.
Yeah, that was, is, and always will be a terrible fucking story, and they've yet to rectify it. They've just made it worse and worse and worse and worse. And worse.
Oh God, they don't even know what to fucking do with Mary Jane in the comics now.
Yeah,
Of course not.
No,
They
you know what
can't-
they did with her now, right?
she's Venom.
Yeah, she's Venom.
What?
Oh.
She is the new host of the Venom symbiote.
Oh, man.
Yep, they had.
I'm
they
glad
had,
I don't read comic books.
They had
Yeah,
four
'cause they
four
quit.
suspects of who it could have been: Robbie Robertson, Luke Cage, fuck, what's his name? Rick Jones, and someone else.
Rick Jones.
Yeah,
I would have loved it if it had been Robbie Robertson. That would have been an
Yeah.
interesting story choice.
Mhm.
yes, yeah, like that. That would have been interesting to read and listen to, but no, they swerved you. It wasn't any one of the four people. It was Mary Jane Watson. You're like,
Cool.
all right.
First
Not
they tried to
interesting.
make her a superhero calling herself Jackpot. Now they're doing Venom. It's like
Yeah.
you just-
Forgot
no.
about Jackpot.
Nope.
That was horrible, too.
That's a terrible name.
Oh,
The only good stories with her lately have been in the recent Ultimate Comics.
Mm.
Because you've got her, and because it's Peter getting his powers in his 30s, and he's already married, stable,
oh yeah. That's
kids.
right.
you know, and he and
Jeez.
Mary Jane are actually, you know, a really good team. And when he's trying to come up with a name, she's the one who names him Spider-Man.
Yeah, I haven't read those, but I've been hearing about them, and it
Oh,
sounded
they
good.
have been just consistent top sellers and consistently rated well by the readers.
Oh, that's really
and
good.
And you've got people trying to say to Marvel, it's like, hey, you know, this is what we want to see. We want to see a Peter Parker who's got his shit together. We want to see a Peter Parker who is a happily married family man.
Yeah.
And you keep giving us this shit.
hmm
So
he's got to be in poverty. He's got to be in dire straits.
yeah. Well, that's how we make him relatable. No, motherfucker, that's not how you make him relatable.
Yeah,
That's
they
just
did
being
that.
lazy.
They
No,
did
it
that in the
is.
Spider-Verse way back, because he went into the different dimensions of the Spider-Verse, and there was one where he was like Iron Man, like everyone
Oh.
knew who he was.
Yeah.
Everybody was cool with them. And then there
Oh,
was another
yeah.
one where he was a family man. I
Yeah.
remember that now. Yeah. So
Fucking Marvel.
makes me want to go buy those now.
Good
sounds
luck.
good.
They've had to do multiple printings.
Huh.
As soon as a trade comes out, that's probably going to be your better bet.
Yeah.
Dang.
I got a guy. I'll have to try to track him down and say, hey, give me those.
Give me
Got a
that
comic
shit.
book guy.
What's been really interesting, if you don't mind me going off a little tangent here, the kind of not the mainline universes of the big two companies, but like the kind of the tributaries branching off from them, Ultimate in Marvel, and then you've got the Absolute line in DC. Those have been doing really well and have been doing some kind of interesting things, like having a Batman who isn't wealthy
Ooh.
and having a Superman who actually did spend part of his childhood on Krypton, and a Wonder Woman who was actually raised in hell.
Ooh.
And
Ooh,
then
that'd be interesting.
and now they're doing a younger take on the Flash. So I mean, everything that I haven't actually picked up any of these. I've been meaning to, but what I've been reading about them and the fact they've had to go for multiple printings, they've been doing some interesting stuff. They've been having fun with it.
So the younger version of Flash, wouldn't that be Dash?
No, it's a 16-year-old Wally West,
Oh, okay.
and he has no support network, so no mentors, no other Flashes who came before him.
Oh wow.
He got
Yeah.
kicked out of the house.
Pretty
No Barry?
much. Barry gets killed off in the first issue.
Oh shit.
Wow.
Yeah.
Huh.
That was quick.
Jeez.
Yeah. I mean, at least that's a little bits and pieces that I picked up on. Like I said, I haven't actually read it myself.
Interesting.
Very
So.
interesting. But stupid.
Stupid.
Kids, that was Hogan Heroes
Yep.
way back. Very interesting. But
Very
stupid.
Stupid. Speaking
I
of
know nothing.
clink, the new Fantastic Four movie, the director is basically recognizing that not everything in phases 4 and 5 was a hit. In fact, there were plenty of misses in phases 4 and 5, and he understands.
Was there any hits?
Yeah.
More misses than hits, definitely.
I would say Shang-Chi was a hit. That was a good movie.
Yeah, that was good.
I liked WandaVision. That was a fun show.
Mm-hmm.
And Deadpool and Wolverine was fun.
Oh, that was amazing.
That one don't count because Feige had nothing to do with the damn movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, but the rest of phases 4 and 5, gosh, Werewolf by Night, I think, and
I like that one.
That was good.
Maybe Moon Knight. Otherwise, no. The majority of it just didn't land. Like She-Hulk side characters was much better than She-Hulk herself. Like there was a bad level of entertainment there. But the director of Fantastic Four says, but this movie is going to be the Marvel movie to watch this year. This one's going to be, we're going back to a smart and fun storytelling style of Marvel movies. Basically, he's saying
that when I see it.
Yeah.
This is going to be the step one for a new era of good Marvel shows. I'm going to agree with Chad. I'll believe it when I see it. So I'm going to say, sure, Jan. I hope he's right. I really do hope he's right.
I got $5 saying that's going to be bad.
I hope that the Fantastic Four and the X-Men are just as lucrative for Marvel as the Avengers were. I hope they're able to make some really cool shit that way. But I doubt it, because the way they've been doing things has just been awful. Just awful and disrespectful to the source material.
I think a lot of the problem too is, and I know I brought this up to you guys in our group chat, is the MCU and they're so not used to failure. They're used to everything being not just a success, but an overwhelming success. So that when they have had things go badly, they don't know how to course correct. They only know how to do things one way. And when that way doesn't work, they go by the definition of insanity, doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result, not realizing, okay, we need to course correct here. We need to figure out something else to do. And I mean, I love the Fantastic Four. I always have. And we've had 2 fairly okay movies, one that's a steaming pile of shit. And I'm not even sure how this one is going to shape up, but really, from what I've been seeing in the trailers, it does not make me want to go see this movie.
Mm.
And I know a big problem that I have with it is not set in the mainline MCU. I want to see Reed and Ben and Sue and Johnny interacting with the other heroes. And I know the Fantastic Four seem to be cursed in that they cannot get a good film out, and I'm afraid this is just going to be, strike 4.
Yep.
You're out.
Yeah, no, they were out after Fan Four Stick.
Yeah. Josh Trank.
God. That was fine until they tried to make it a Fantastic Four movie. I mean, it could have been a great body horror flick.
Yep.
But no, they had to try to make it a Fantastic Four movie when it didn't work that way. The first half, it was good. The second half, nope. Glad I didn't waste money seeing it.
Same.
I still have yet to watch it. I refuse.
Don't.
I saw
And
it
this
on
one,
Netflix.
I'm just gonna wait
don't.
until it hits like streaming to watch this new one coming out. I'm not going to
Same
the theaters for this.
I will.
I got it out of the library.
That's okay too.
Yep.
But I want to have faith in this Fantastic Four movie because I've been wanting, like everyone else, I've been waiting for them to come home. Like once Marvel got the rights back, I was all over it. I couldn't wait because I'm like everyone else thinking, who else is going to do a good Fantastic Four movie? Who could do it better than Marvel? Oh boy, well, we'll see.
Early Marvel would have nailed it. I don't know about current Marvel. They got to fix their track record because they got a shit track record.
Like I said, they've got to course correct, and I don't think they know how.
Once the Rona thing ended and all their projects that they have been on shelves for the last 2 years, once those are all put out, and this is the first of this new emergence, hopefully it is better. Hopefully they can correct their courses. Hopefully they can get their shit together. But I don't think so. I don't. I really don't.
Because we still have Ironheart coming right before this movie releases.
Yeah.
And Blade is rumored to have been canceled. Armor Wars has been rumored to have been canceled. I think that's a little more on the official side, though. But
yeah,
sounds like Blade is either stalled and permanently put on a shelf until they figure out what to do, or they have straight up canceled it.
Or they'll try to get Blade out.
How hard is it to make a movie about a vampire killer killing vampires? Apparently very.
I'll write it.
Yeah,
all four of us can write it.
All four of us can write it
Yeah.
faster and make it better than what they're going to
Step
maybe
1,
someday do.
kill vampires.
Step 2, cast Wesley Snipes.
Yeah.
Step
Done.
3, sit back and watch him kill vampires.
Pass me the crayon, fucker. It's my turn.
Some motherfuckers are always trying to ice skate up a hill.
Step 4,
5.
say bad word.
Step 5, no sparkles.
No.
Step 6, sunglasses.
Yeah.
Step 7, leather trench coat.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing
8,
underneath
bring
it.
back Steve Norrington.
Final step, lots of blood.
Oh, yeah.
Practical.
Copious amounts.
Yep. Evil Dead.
Yeah.
There you go.
Raimi
And
amounts
bonus
of
points if
blood.
they decide to use Caro syrup instead of fake blood.
Oh, yep. Cast list.
Oh, fuck. Here we go.
The 5.5 hour chair stream, everybody.
I can't believe people were actually sitting and watching that.
I had that
Yeah.
on in the background on other YouTubers that were making comments during the thing, so at least
Okay.
it wasn't boring. But
I mean, having it on in the background is one thing, but I know there were people who were just sitting there, just intently watching, waiting to see
Yep.
what was going to happen.
Any minute now. Any minute.
I mean, it's like a combination of watching grass grow and paint dry.
yes.
Mhm.
And it was horrible. It was
Oh,
so
God.
boring.
It would have been more fun to watch grass grow and paint dry.
Mhm.
And
would
then
agree.
right after that, they put out a video of a camera panning back through all the chairs.
Yeah.
And it's like
it's
you
like
could
a,
have just fucking
a minute
put
and
that out.
41 seconds.
Yeah. Yeah. And it ends with RDJ going, shh.
Mhm.
It's like, don't
And
tell them. They're all probably all dead by the end of the movie.
Yeah.
Well, fuck, going back to the track record of phase 5, how many people have fucking, or phase 4, how many people have actually passed away before the movie came out? Like,
Mhm.
they'd been dead long over a year before the fucking show or their movie came out. It's like,
Yep.
good Lord, we're seeing their final performance years later.
Yep.
White Tiger.
Yep.
Just saying.
Anyway. So, but the announcement that they gave was the 27 cast members that are going to be the Avengers in Avengers Doomsday. So, fighting Doctor Doom will be the Fantastic Four. It will be the original X-Men from Fox.
Mhm.
Will be the Thunderbolts, except for Taskmaster.
Yeah.
Which is a conversation unto itself.
Mhm.
Namor.
It's Namor.
Namor.
Oh, well,
Mhm.
That's what they did in the movie.
fuck off
Yep.
then. Fuck right off then.
Even though
Um,
Namor is just Roman spelled backwards.
Yep.
Oh,
That's the truth.
It is.
Yep.
I
I
know.
know.
I did not know that.
Yep.
Oh, yep.
When they were trying to come up with names, they
Yeah.
they did Roman backwards, and hence Namor.
Yeah, didn't they see it on like a window where it said Roman and they're on their backside and they're like Namor?
Yeah,
There we go.
I think
I think
so.
that's what I remember.
Yeah, I think that's the story I heard too.
Oh my god.
It was the 30s. It was a
It was the
strange
30s.
Yeah.
A lot of it. A lot of
This was-
cocaine.
This was before it was called Marvel. This is when it was still
Yeah.
timely.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. The comic book that he was in was called Marvel.
Yeah,
Marvel
Yep.
Comics. Yeah.
Marvel comic.
because that's
And-
also when they introduced the Human Torch, who actually was an android.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Oh, them's were fun times.
Now, didn't
Yep.
they say that Strange will be in it? Or am I
No.
Not
seeing something
no.
fake about that? Okay.
Strange
There's
is in the
rumors.
next one.
There's rumors about him, and also about Tom Holland,
Mm.
and then rumors about Chris Evans playing Captain Hydra.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They might be saving a bunch for Secret Wars, but there's also going to be secret cameos that are not announced. This is just the
Yeah.
actual
Oh, yeah.
cast that's going to have an actual role in the movie.
Mhm.
So if somebody shows up for 5 seconds, you're not going to see them on this list. There are going to leave some surprises here.
Mhm.
Not many with this cast list.
Well, most original X-Men were missing Wolverine,
Yeah.
Mhm.
Jackman. So
And Deadpool.
and
Mhm.
Deadpool, yeah.
Ah,
My
maybe-
guess is they'll be in the movie, but it'll be very brief.
And then also, I noticed you don't see Halle Berry, so it doesn't look like we'll
Yep.
have Storm.
Oh, wow. That's right, huh?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't have her, don't have Tyler Mane, so no Sabretooth, although we did just have him. And then
Yeah.
also, you don't have Toad.
Or Jean.
Nope.
Or Taylor
No.
Kitsch.
Mhm.
So Jean stayed dead.
Eh,
Which one? Oh, that's right. They're both dead. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think at this point, yeah, they're both dead.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
God, my only problem with this list is Channing fucking Tatum.
Ugh.
Fuck off with this Gambit. Taylor Kitsch was a better Gambit in X Men.
I'm the
Yeah.
Gambit. Don't go drinking my liquor. I'm the Gambit.
No, you're not slurring enough.
My name's Jeff.
I have a genuine Louisiana accent. No.
Louisiana accent.
Yeah.
Oh, mon ami.
It was kind of racist,
Yeah.
which
Yeah,
is
this
why I
whole-
liked it.
This whole casting, my fucking god,
It's
tell me you're
nostalgia bait
desperate without
defined.
Yeah.
tell me you're desperate without telling me you're desperate.
Mm. You're trying to get everybody from every series that they liked.
They're
It's like,
banking
cool
on the
story,
nostalgia
bro.
factor.
Mhm.
Yeah.
They are banking so hard on the nostalgia factor. That's why we have so
Mhm.
many of the people from the original X-Men films. That's why you have RDJ back.
Well, one of the
Because
things
again, they can't fucking course correct. They're not used to failure. They don't know how to fix
Nope.
it.
They should talk to the people over at DC, see how they've been fixing things. Oh, wait, they're not.
Yeah. Ugh.
they will, you'll see.
Mhm.
Forever the optimist, Kevin Smith. He must have had a successful trip to the glory hole.
You know what? I have faith in James Gunn. That's all.
Another
I'm saying.
satisfied customer.
Mm.
I have faith in James Gunn, and also I just really want to see Nathan Fillion as Guy Gardner. And
I
I
want
want
to see a good Superman movie.
and I want to see an eventual movie where Guy gets his clock cleaned by Batman.
Which I believe you're going to see.
If I see that on the big screen, I can die a happy man.
I heard a rumor that there's an incredible cameo that they're
Yep.
going to try to hide, and I'm guessing that is Batman.
That's what everybody's guessing. I think so, but who knows like what they're really
The
gonna do,
last
though.
bit of casting that I heard of for Superman was that they're going to have Bradley Cooper as Jor-El.
Cool.
Yeah, that's strongly rumored right now, if it's
Yeah.
not already confirmed.
That'd
Nope,
be cool.
I love James Gunn, but I think in the DC world, he's not going to make it. It's going to be bad. I know you guys don't believe it, but I got a bad feeling about
I hope
That's a
not.
Star Wars line, bro.
it.
Harsh.
I really hope you're wrong, Skeeter, but if you
but-
are, I'll fully admit it.
Hey, we could all be wrong here, and it could actually turn out to be awesome. That'd be okay too. I think it'll be good. I just don't think it's going to be as great as it needs to be.
Mm.
And this movie here, I think, is going to just be the ultimate desperation play.
And if it's not good, Secret Wars is going to completely bomb.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
mean, it's completely bad enough that they had to scrap the original plan that they had for the multiverse saga
Right.
because
Sorry, Kang.
of-
Yeah,
Yeah.
bitch.
well, he was a bad choice as a villain anyway.
Mhm.
Yeah, he was always boring.
Yeah, he was always boring, and then also would they be playing up the familial connection between him and Reed Richards?
Mm.
Because he is part of Reed
Yep,
Richards' family
Richards.
line.
Mhm.
And it's kind of hard to have Kang if you're going to do him properly without having him be connected to the Fantastic Four, and you can't have him connected to the Fantastic Four without them, and it's just, this is going to be a shit show.
Yeah.
I'm calling it. This is going to be a shit show. If I'm wrong, I'll be glad to be wrong, but the fact that they had to have this overstuffed of a cast, they had to rely on so much nostalgia. I mean, this is worse than the nostalgia bait we've had with the sequel trilogy.
Mhm.
This is so much worse. I mean, my God, they're not even letting it stand on its own. They had to buttress it with the X-Men, not new X-Men. Not
Yeah.
the MCU's X-Men. They had to bring back the OGs, and okay, yeah, I'm happy to see them. But honestly, if I really want to go and get that nostalgia itch scratched, I'm gonna put on X2.
Mhm.
You know, I will watch one of those old movies because those are really well done, despite, you know, Bryan Singer being a shit. It's just, my God. I know Hollywood doesn't have original ideas and hasn't for at
Long
least our
time.
entire lifetimes.
Mm-hmm.
But my God, at least try to pull something from a little further back than the last 20 years. Dear God, this is going to be bad. This is going to be so bad.
Well, it's like I said the other night when we were talking. My problem with this is the fact that they've had no build up to this story. There's
None.
no call for the
Mhm.
Avengers. There's no assemble the Avengers moment for this.
Who are the Avengers in this movie? We don't know.
No.
You don't know because they even mention in the most recent Thunderbolts trailer, they name drop the Avengers twice,
Mhm.
and like, oh, they're gone.
Yeah.
And you're absolutely right, Kev. They have not built up to this. I mean, in the first Iron Man movie, in that post-credit scene when Samuel L. Jackson mentions the Avenger Initiative, you're
Mm-hmm.
thinking, okay, here we go. This is the first step.
Yep.
And they worked towards that over several films. They were patient.
Yeah.
They built up to it. They're doing what DC did.
Yeah.
There was no build up to Batman v Superman. And honestly, I don't think they could have built up to it the way they were doing it. There was no real build up to the Justice League. They were rushing to try to compete with Marvel, but they
Mhm.
weren't. They weren't looking at what Marvel did right. They were just looking at the
Yep.
results. They weren't looking at what went into it. They weren't willing to be patient because they wanted the instant gratification. They wanted those box office returns, which they never got
Mhm.
because they didn't do it right.
Right.
And now Marvel is, and I know I sound like a fucking broken record, and I'm sorry about that, but they don't know how to fix this. They don't know how to course correct, and they're not used to failure. They're throwing as much shit against the wall as they can. They're waiting to see what sticks,
Mhm. It's like
not realizing that they're going to have to clean a big old pile of shit off the wall.
they were trying to get to the new Avengers because I mean when you had
We
the
still
comic
might
book
be.
series, because I mean that's when he brought Spider-Man in. That's when he brought in the new Hawkeye, and it's like okay, they were starting to stretch those stories out. I mean, Iron Man did offer Spider-Man to be part of the Avengers, and he thought he was like testing him. He's like, nope, I'm not ready, but he was there. But
Yeah.
and then they made the new Hawkeye show. They were starting to feel out for those other new adventures, but I think it just nobody liked it. So, except for Tom Holland Spider Man.
It's because it wasn't the heroes that we had invested so
Yeah,
much time in.
exactly.
And which is also why I think they really should have just known when to end it.
Mm-hmm.
Because Endgame really was
Yeah.
a good endpoint. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, you had Iron Man's heroic sacrifice. You had Cap getting his happy ending.
Mm-hmm.
You had life starting again, and you could have just left it, or
Yeah.
at least given it a little bit of time, for the dust to settle, and then start again. Start building
Mm-hmm.
it up. Start really establishing
Yeah.
these new characters. And yeah, that's what the Disney Plus shows were trying to do, but not
Mm-hmm.
everybody was going to have Disney Plus. I didn't get it until recently. So I didn't watch, Falcon and Winter Soldier. I didn't watch WandaVision because I didn't have the means to do that just yet.
Mm-hmm.
So you've got people not really knowing what's going on. So when you have these other movies starting up, there's these characters, you don't know who the fuck they are.
Yep.
And again, they're not learning their own lesson. They're not looking at what
Mm-hmm.
they did correctly. They're not doing the buildup.
Yeah.
And so
Well, they didn't do it
now,
right.
no,
That's for sure.
they
Because I
definitely
mean,
didn't do it right. They're
they tried doing
doing
it
what
with Mad
DC did.
Lab, Spider Verse, and it's like they still had it like too stretched apart, for people to put together. Okay, we're trying to make the new Avengers, but they didn't do it properly. They did it totally wrong by making shit shows and instead of telling the story correctly.
and then they oversaturated the market.
That too.
You had, because I remember, I mean, when we were kids, superhero shows were, or they were almost unheard of, but superhero movies were a real rarity.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, you had the
Mhm.
Superman movies in the early to mid 80s, then you had
Yep.
Batman in 89,
Mhm.
then you didn't have anything else for a few years,
Yeah.
until Batman Returns.
Yeah.
It was so rare, and they were events. And now you were getting them 2-3 times a year, and you had all the
Mhm.
Marvel shows. It just wasn't fucking working.
Oh, don't forget Blade movie.
Well, yeah, right.
That was Blade. I don't know. That was more of like an adventure horror to me than anything.
Hmm.
And that was lightning in a fucking bottle.
Yeah.
Including the
I mean-
CGI.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember going and seeing that with some buddies of mine when it came out, and I was fucking floored.
Almost everybody
I-
was who saw it in
yeah.
the theater.
Yeah,
Yep, I did.
that was a great fucking movie.
Mm-hmm.
Blade 2 was a good fucking
Good
movie.
movie.
Blade Trinity, we don't talk about.
There is
Aw.
no Blade Trinity.
Thank you. But
But Ryan
The-
Reynolds.
Shut up. Shut up. Next topic.
All right, what do we got up next, Kev?
All right,
Yeah.
let's see here.
yeah, because I think you've all heard me
It's
blathering long
okay,
enough.
Chad. You're fine.
Yeah.
Oh, God. That's
Yeah.
fucking ugly, yo. I'm sorry.
Okay,
Uh,
does anybody remember that kind of semi-armored look Daredevil had in the 90s?
Yeah.
faintly.
Yeah.
I faintly remember it.
blue
That's
and-
what
blue
this
and red.
reminds me of.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was mostly black.
Yep. Because I remember the red DD
Yeah.
and the black. So
And there was also some, like, I think some... There
There's
was
some
more
other
red
stuff,
on it.
too.
I think there was some silver.
yeah,
Yeah.
But
Yeah, like
dear
the shoulders.
it was like
Yeah.
slapped together costume.
Yeah, because I think like Matt Murdock had faked his death or something.
Mm-hmm.
It was the 90s. It was all grim and gritty.
Yeah.
Had
Good.
pockets.
No, that was fucking anything
Oh.
Liefeld did, or that the Jean Paul Valley Batman design.
I don't dislike this, but I have to say the picture in the middle with Charlie looking directly at you
Yeah,
is so off-putting.
yes.
Like I don't like it. Like
Uh-huh.
I
It's
feel
like,
like
oh,
a deer in
crap.
headlights.
Yeah. Oh, God. Somebody's actually taking a picture of me in this outfit. Oh, no.
That blind guy is staring at us. What the
Yes.
fuck?
It's like you could see into my soul.
Jesus Christ! Jumps out the window.
Oh.
I'm dead.
I'm glad I kind of waited. I was going to make a Daredevil mask because everybody in the 3D printing world has been making them all red. And I'm like, nah, I don't think it's going to be red. It's either he's going to go to yellow or black or some other color. And yeah, Justin did predict this too. So, I mean, I'm kind of glad because now I had some people go, oh, did you print any Daredevil masks? Because I want this new photo that just came out. And I'm like, yeah, good thing I didn't. So,
And I didn't hate the yellow from She-Hulk.
Oh,
no.
I liked it.
Yeah, that was
good.
cool.
That was a throwback to his original
Yep,
look.
original look.
Yeah, I really liked it, and he wore it ballsy. Like
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
And properly when he was doing the
Yeah.
walk of shame afterwards.
God bless Matt.
Yeah. took one for the team instead of stopping by the glory hole.
So all that having been said, what did you think, Skeeter, of this week's two episodes, episodes 5 and 6?
6. Yeah, that was crazy. 2 episodes. I could not believe that. I was like, what?
Yeah, I was like, is
I
it
was
my
like-
birthday? Is it my
Yeah, I
birthday?
even had to check with you. I'm like, did I miss a week? Or what the hell happened there? We got 2 episodes. It was ho hum, I guess is the best answer. it's like they're trying to get somewhere better, but I even though I just watched it earlier this week, I barely remember the episodes. It was kind of
Ouch.
just they're starting to lose the story. I know they're trying to, yeah. It just I wasn't that much into it. They do a lot of name drops of other characters and that. The graffiti artist, what's the name of the guy now? The villain, I forget now.
Muse.
Yeah. I'm tired too, so um and they did a good job with him. I mean, looked good. Kevin sent me a clip of the comic book showing how close they did it to on this show to the comic book. It was very close. I mean, it was a different scenario than what happened in the comic book, but shucks are calling, yeah. But
Yeah. Instead of killing the two women that
yeah,
knew who he was, he took a selfie with them.
So yeah, I was like, okay. So, but yeah, it's like I'm kind of like I was really like, okay, maybe they're just shooting for a totally different storyline, but now I'm kind of seeing this last two episodes. It's like, what are you doing? Even the episode 4 with Frank, it was just like, that's not Frank. It's like it's just not turning out right. Like where Kevin and I were talking, they just took the old footage and tried putting in new, and they're trying to make it work, and it's just no. And they're just grasping at anything now to try to make this show work, sadly.
And unfortunately, in a day and age where you get 8 episodes per season, having a filler episode is inexcusable.
Yes, that
Yeah, I was hearing that too.
unbelievable filler episode. But you did have Miss Marvel's family member in the show.
Yeah, her dad.
And Miss Marvel and Miss Marvel, Miss Marvel, Miss Marvel, Miss Marvel, Miss Marvel, Miss Marvel, Miss Marvel for what, 15 minutes, Kev?
About that.
Yeah.
God.
That was bad.
There was a long exposition of who Captain or Ms. Marvel was, or Marvel, Ms. Marvel,
Miss Marvel.
Yeah.
yeah. There was a very long exposition of it, and that's her dad. They didn't say it outright, but
Yeah.
it's their dad. That's her Abu.
Mhm.
Who I like Yusuf Khan. I've always liked that character. Like he's a good dad to her,
Mhm.
and he's a good support system to her.
Yeah.
But golly, it's just that scene, that conversation with the two of them just dragged on. The exposition of who she was. Basically, they were using Daredevil to sell another show.
Mhm.
More required viewing for everybody.
Did
See
you guys?
what I was saying 10 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Did you guys not expect Ms. Marvel to be doing well enough so you're wanting to pimp it out? By the way, hey, go check this out.
Mhm.
No fourth wall breaking. Now appearing on Disney Plus.
Yeah. Again, it was just off-putting, and it didn't need to be.
Yeah.
But the problem is Charlie Cox is so good at playing Matt Murdock
Yeah.
that you can enjoy
Yep.
6 episodes of watching Matt Murdock
Mhm.
and be like, oh shit, that's right. This is actually called Daredevil, isn't it?
Yeah.
But unfortunately, gosh, you wait so fucking long to see Daredevil, and when you do, boop, it's over.
Yeah, it doesn't even show him. It's just showing the costume. Oh, here's a secret wall that magically appeared on a guy who has no money, that has a secret lair on the rooftop now. It's like,
Yeah.
what the hell? And the only best part about 5 was that filler episode is where he's talking about Miss Marvel, his daughter, and he goes, "Yeah, they even have a pop figure of her. See?" And
Oh.
that was the funniest part about the whole episode. I mean, it was like, really, you just told the blind man, "Hey, look at this pop," Jeez.
Now available at a store near you.
Yeah.
Kmart Blue Light Special.
Oh,
I was gonna
goodness.
say at a discount store collecting dust.
Dollar General won't even take it.
No.
I don't know. Like it wasn't bad. There was just a little bit of information that pertained to the long run storyline, and that's maintained or pertained to Kingpin and him fucking with this guy Luca in order to make the street gangs act right.
Yeah.
And it's interesting, but golly, you waited so long to see what was actually going to happen that you're just kind of like, fuck, what if I turned it off? I would have missed all that shit. And I wanted to turn it off.
That, and they keep trying to compare Daredevil and Kingpin as the same. They're the exact same person. Just, it's like, why? Why are you trying to sell that, that they're the same? It doesn't make any sense to me. I don't know why they're doing that, but you'll see them doing two different areas, 2 parts of town, and they're doing the same thing. And it's like, why? They're not the same. So it doesn't make any sense to me why they're doing that.
I don't know, but I know what you're talking about. I've seen those images.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I wanted to like this show. I really did.
They started doing it like early on. So, I mean, just a few episodes, they started doing that where they're showing them. What was it? The first or maybe it was the first or second episode. It was when Fisk became mayor, and they're doing the black or the blue and red photos going back and forth. And it's like, you're trying to say they're the same. No, they are not the same at all. I don't know why you're trying to push that. And every episode since then, they do that. One scene with Kingpin, one scene with the Daredevil, and they're kind of doing the same thing, but different locations. And it's like, nah, I don't like that.
Yeah.
Doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I hadn't caught that, but now that I look about it, yeah, I see you. Yeah.
Yeah. Because it's like, what? You're trying to say they're going to team up? Fisk's going to become a good guy, or is Daredevil going to be a bad guy?
Oh, God, no.
That's where I'm thinking they're going, and it's like, no, don't do that.
They want to do
totally
something
kill
like
Daredevil.
If they want to do something like that, then they can adapt that story that ran in the comics recently, where Daredevil took over the Hand.
They
that
also
would be
got
a lot more interesting.
Fisk set up the anti-vigilante team, so that was kind of interesting. So I'm kind of wondering who else are they going to bring in now, to try to save the show.
Yeah,
if they're bringing an anti-vigilante cop team that Fisk picked himself, and they're all like
dirty,
loose cannons and dirty, and tells them you can do whatever you want.
Photon.
Yeah.
And they're just kind of like, yay, it's Christmas.
Yeah.
Fuck everybody.
Mm-hmm.
You know what you should call in? Deadpool.
Yeah.
Captain Deadpool.
Yeah, have Matt Murdock be like, who the fuck are you?
Don't worry, guys. I'm here
You're
to
the
fix
wrong
everything.
show, brother.
Shit.
I wear black and red. You wear black and
Black
red.
and red. Yeah.
What
They
if
didn't work together much, but they did do a couple of times.
What if we looked on the opposite end of the spectrum? What if we looked at people wearing white?
Oh.
Wow.
So, yeah, apparently Snow White was all in the news this week.
And Zegler.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Disney is putting most of the blame on the movie's failure on the lead actor because of her comments regarding politics, Palestinian war, and really those two things. I don't care what an actor says about their politics. That's what an actor does. They put their opinion out there like it matters. But she had made comments about what a shit show Snow White was and how it was a terrible message for girls and how racist it was. And basically she just shat on the whole project. And it's like, people don't want to
What
hear
was
you
she in it
shitting on
for then?
the
Mhm.
money, the money.
Oh, yeah.
Here comes the money.
But they end it just like a Diddy White party.
Yeah.
Without the baby oil.
I don't know.
I don't know. Like,
Could be there.
yeah.
I mean, look at the lady in the white robe way in the back. That could be the baby oil lady. You know.
She could be just like getting ready to like squirt, squirt, squirt,
Yeah.
squirt.
That's where the secret stash went to then. Gotcha.
Oh,
Oh my
wow.
god.
Oh, well. And then more of a shit show. The film heads for Warner Brothers
Yep.
are on their way out. They suck. And we're hearing that, is it Peter Safran?
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah, Peter
Mhm.
Safran, who works alongside with James Gunn with the DC movies, might be getting the keys to the castle when it comes to Marvel or not Marvel, Warner Brothers film. You know, these two here, they went out and they said they didn't want to upset David Zaslav or make him upset by having a slate of bad movies, but they did. They had one really big movie, and that was Barbie. And after that, it was just like failure after failure after failure. And so
Mhm.
now they have no choice but to answer for, you know, what are you guys doing? What are you guys greenlighting? Like, it's all shit. Nobody's liking this stuff.
There's like no quality control at all.
No.
Yeah.
Oh,
So-
we're supposed to say if it's a good idea to make the film or not. Oh shit!
Oh, we
Didn't
could
know
do that.
Oh, I didn't know
Four
that
of
was
us.
our job.
You could pay us about $1 million each for a year, and we'll tell you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Joker 2? No, not
No,
doing
no,
that
no.
shit.
No, redo
Mickey
it.
17,
Rewrite it.
yes, but with different script, and we don't cast Mark
Yeah.
Ruffalo. Alto Knights should have been a TV show on Max
Mhm.
as a high prestige TV show.
See how
Shouldn't
much
have been
better
a
we
movie.
could have done, WB? Give us a call. We're here.
Just saying. How long did that take? 15 seconds?
Yeah.
We're good at
Not every-
programming.
Mm-hmm.
Goddamn straight.
Programming, writing, sound. Yeah,
We'll
we got it
gladly
all
take the
covered.
money, Zaz. Just
Yeah.
saying.
We got 4 guys that know how to make a better film than you guys are making.
Mm-hmm. We'll even restore the rights to Friday the 13th, and we're going to hire Vinny to direct the movie.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Fuck yeah.
Right, Kev?
In a perfect world, man. In a perfect world.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right. And then our last story for the evening. Al Jean, the co-creator or producer of The Simpsons and the creator of The Critic, came out and said that he would be interested in doing a revival of The Critic if people would get behind it. So he said, let me know if you guys are interested. Mark it on social media so the studios know that you're interested. Oops.
There it is.
Sorry.
It's throwing me all over the screen. Damn, I'm getting dizzy.
Sorry. So then John Lovitz came out the next day and said, hey, you know what? I've been trying to get this going for years. You guys have been asking me for this for years. Now Al Jean is behind it. Retweet this. Go to Al's post. Retweet that if you want this. We are willing to do it. You just have to let the studios know that you are willing to watch it. So look at this tweet. Go to John Lovitz's Twitter account and retweet that account. Go to Al Jean's account and retweet that post. Let them know that you are interested in seeing The Critic, because that was the smartest goddamn show that we'd fucking reviewed for that part of the 90s. Like, it was so incredibly smart and ahead of its time and predicted just as much as The Simpsons did. Probably more so over than The Simpsons did.
Buy my book.
Buy my book.
Toxic amnesia gas.
If I was a vegetable, I'd be a carrot.
Goddamn good show.
Uh,
Love to have that back.
It'd be great for our generation. I kind of wonder if Gen X and Gen Alpha would be like, oh, no, that's not a good show. Because they can't understand the brilliance of it.
Maybe. It's so mean. It's so mean.
Well, before we run out, a couple quick things on bookmarks. I'm just going to scroll right through these. We're not going to linger too long. I want to send everybody off to bed. We're all getting tired here.
Yeah.
But in case you did not know, Captain Planet is coming to Blu-ray from Warner Brothers. So if you are a fan of the show, this was a Ted Turner idea, or his wife, Jane.
Yep.
It was her idea, and it's coming to home video. So Earth, Wind, Fire, Heart, go Planet. That's going to be on the way. So keep an eye out for that. And then Hollywood is stupid news. Jason Momoa says he's never heard of Red Dead Redemption before. And I see the look of disgust on Kevin's face, and I could not agree more. Jason Momoa, bro, you can't be Lobo anymore. You're now fired.
Yep.
Fucking A.
Wow.
Instead of jumping this poor man's shit, we should take this as an opportunity to show him how awesome John Marston is. Show him how awesome Arthur Morgan is.
Yep.
Do you think he could play a good Marston?
No.
I was going to say, if he was playing the game to get familiar with the role, it might be kind of interesting. But
that would be cool. I'd be down, but no, I don't see that.
Yeah, they're not doing it. Maybe.
No.
He's too busy. We're just having some fun here, but
he's getting overused a little too much.
Well, that's why his character as Lobo is not getting a solo movie. He's just going to be a big character in the movies. And any Red Sonja fans out there, this is starting to get some movement again. It sounds like the movie has finished its production. Red Sonja movie starring Matilda Lutz has been rated R for strong bloody violence. Red Sonja, played by Bridget Nielsen in 1985, is a comic book heroine created by writer Roy Thomas and artist Barry Windsor Smith from Marvel Comics back in 1973. Yes, and I am looking forward to seeing this.
Me too.
I like the original.
I have the original back here.
Original is good. Now they definitely got the R rated for strong bloody violence. This is going to be amazing. It better be amazing, I should say.
Yeah.
I just hope they get the outfit reasonably close.
Yeah.
And I mean reasonably, because I understand it can't be like an X-rated movie.
Why not?
We'll save that for the hub.
Yeah. It's probably already made.
Probably. Jim Cummings will be reprising his role as Drake Mallard, Darkwing Duck, in the Darkwing Duck reboot from Seth Rogen, Evan Goldberg, and Point Grey Pictures via LA Con 2024.
I am down.
Get dangerous.
Yeah.
I'll watch it. I love Darkwing Duck.
Same here.
Now, are they going to get the original voice actor for Launchpad back?
Ooh,
I believe they would try. We'll have to wait and see.
When they did that, when they did the reboot of DuckTales, I know Terry McGovern, that's the guy's name.
Yeah,
he was actually rather heartbroken that he wasn't asked back.
Yeah.
Oh, lame.
I can't watch that reboot. I don't like it.
I don't like it either. It's off-putting to me.
Yeah, I couldn't stand it. But Seth Rogen's involved. He does like to try and keep things close.
Yeah.
I don't really like him as a writer anymore, but he does try and keep things consistent.
Yeah, so I'm hoping they don't screw this up.
Yeah, but I thought that was some pretty fun news during the week. In other firing news, Amazon MGM, they have fired Jennifer Salke, or quote unquote, she is stepping down. She's getting the hell out of there. As they are doing a restructure, they have her role's not getting replaced, so she's gone, and they're not going to fix that. It's just important. They're just splitting off the film and TV divisions between Vernon Sanders and Courtney Valenti. Jennifer, thank you for screwing up Rings of Power and several other shows. Wheel of Time, everything else. Not ending The Expanse properly. So, see ya, bitch. Hopefully things will start changing around and we'll start getting some better quality shows on there. I'm not going to say Reacher. I haven't seen it, but I understand a lot of people love that show. But later, Jen.
Yeah.
But one of the last sad news items, Kevin's going to hate this one. Warner Brothers has canceled Hogwarts Legacy game expansion. The expansion would have added new storylines to the original game and was going to release with a now canceled definitive edition.
Lame.
Whoa.
I wasn't sure if you knew about this one, and I'm like, I'm going to highlight this and bookmark it anyway in case you didn't. And I only just caught this like this morning. So
last I saw is they're enabling mods so people could do their own mods and shit like that.
That's why then.
No, I don't want that. I was like, fuck that. I don't want someone to brick my fucking system.
Yeah. So it's unfortunate, but it looks like the DLCs and everything else going forward is going to be off the books.
Thanks, Warner Brothers.
Piss off a lot of friends of mine have been playing that.
I'm still going to end up playing the damn game. My wife wants the game.
It's really good.
It's like, man, I was holding out for something called a definitive edition so I could get like everything on a disc, and it's just here. I don't have to like download shit.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm going to have to go buy the game and just end up downloading everything that I need.
Mm-hmm.
So probably going to do that sooner rather than later. I don't want them yanking stuff from the stores.
Yeah.
As they do.
Yeah. And in anniversary news, on this day, March of 1979, so that is March. This was actually yesterday, March 28, 1979. Original Don Coscarelli Phantasm premiered in theaters. One of my absolute favorite horror movies, and at some point this year, we will be talking some Phantasm movies. It's going to be a fun time. And in my last bit of news, Arrow Video has their June releases coming up. I'm particularly excited for the 4K for Dark City, baby.
Ooh, nice.
And Swordfish on 4K as well for two very good reasons about Swordfish.
You got 1 and 2.
You got the hands for it. They got the movie for you. But that's about what I got. So unless you guys got anything else, Skeeter, you want to let everybody know where they can find you and what you got coming up next?
Yeah, you can find me here on the Suns and Shadows Network under Stargate Files and Deadwire Live. Otherwise, if you want to see some really bad card pulling, you can find me on YouTube under Super Unlucky Skeeter the Common King. And you can see how bad I am at pulling cards. Other than that, all social media for my business, Skeeter on Sound, DJ service, and entertainment.
Cool. Chad?
I'm here every Saturday night, and you can find me social media. You can find me on Instagram, Threads, and Blue Sky. I am at Mr. Peterman.
And Kevin.
And you can find me here for the rest of the week on the YouTube channel, on our shows Nostalgia TV. We have what's coming up, Jeff? What did we talk about last night?
We are going to be doing Heavy Metal, the original animated movie. On Tuesday.
Nice.
Yep.
Fuck, I love that movie.
I'm excited. I'm watching it tomorrow.
Great. That's our next 0 point review, so that'll happen on Tuesday night. Our next episode of Nostalgia TV, canceled TV series, will be the 2002 series of He-Man and the Masters of the Universe.
Nice.
Yep. The whole thing.
Yep. Which is an incredible series. They did a great job with it, and it was unjustly canceled. Yep. Well,
that's the reason we're covering it.
Yep.
It was only canceled because toy sales weren't so good.
Yep.
If that was the fucking reason?
Yep, that was the reason.
Oh, dear
And
God.
what I don't get, though, is those, I mean, I had a few of those figures. Though they were
cool.
nicely done.
They were also expensive, too.
Yep.
Well, yeah.
Why the sales didn't go good.
Yeah, probably. But God, that was a really well done show. And
I never saw it, so this is going to be a
Oh.
treat for me.
well, some good news from there. Gary Chalk, who was the voice of Man at Arms, apparently his cancer treatments are going really well. He's getting close to remission.
Nice.
Nice.
So some good news there for from him.
Good to hear that.
Very nice indeed.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, it was a nice stream, guys. Thank you for joining as always. And we don't have any breaking news at the end of this, but Kevin's not back at the glory hole quite yet. And Skeeter did survive his concert with the Hanson twins. I know who they really were.
Twins.
And
Twins.
Chad, well, he's probably the only sane one of all of us. And I did not fall asleep before the stream started. So
Yeah.
thank you, everybody, for tuning in. We'll see you next time.